trick-or-treaters take to the town. We'll show you some scenes from Halloween all around Dane County. Plus, the Powerball pushes past $1 billion, allowing some locals to dream big about what they'd do if they won. And court documents show what tipped off police officers to an alleged prostitution house in Verona. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Well, if your kids are still awake at this hour, maybe a sugar rush tonight, you are not alone. Today, of course, Halloween, filled with all the best spooky festivities out there. And our McKenna Alexander joined in on the fun tonight, gives us a glimpse into a classic night out of trick-or-treating.
After the past few years of COVID tricks, this time around, Halloween's all about the treats.
Usually I'm supposed to have one lightsaber, but today I have two.
Dinosaurs, type of dinosaur.
What's the biggest roar you can make?
What?
I don't know what I am.
Skeleton dinosaur.
We got Huxley dressed as a bull with a little cowboy riding him. He's getting lots of candy. He likes Halloween as much as the kids do.
You were originally going to be Bob Ross in a painting, but then I saw this costume and I said we have to do it.
Yeah.
So she listened.
I have Christian Yelich and Magic Johnson.
Are you matching with them?
I've got my referee that I'm working tonight. Just watching how excited they are. They're getting like full sprint from house to house, so they'll go to bed tired and get lots of candy. So yeah, it doesn't get much better than this.
What's your favorite type of candy?
Kit Kat. 100 grand. Reese's.
I'm a Reese's person myself, so there may be a few missing from the kids' bags tonight. I don't know.
McKenna Alexander reporting. President Biden and the First Lady doled out candy at the White House to trick-or-treaters. It is the first time the Bidens have welcomed trick-or-treaters to the White House. They were in Europe last Halloween. Some 5,000 trick-or-treaters are estimated to have attended. A look now outside over the city of Madison tonight. Couldn't have really asked for a better night for trick-or-treaters out there. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with the forecast. Gary?
Well, after a sunny day today, skies are clear for tonight, but we're shaping up to start November with some very mild conditions. Time lapse from the WISC Skycam shows from sunup to sundown, very little in the way of cloud cover, at least not enough to block out the sun, and that allowed temperatures to warm up very nicely. But they're cooling down this evening. Doppler track, the nearest rain across Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, moving away from us. High temperatures today, 66 Madison, 66 Janesville. That is perfect weather for trick-or-treating. You've got your costume on. You don't have to bundle up underneath it. Current temperatures have dropped into the upper 30s across parts of central Wisconsin. We're already down to 31 in Black River Falls, but most of southern Wisconsin seeing temperatures in the 40s. Across Dane County, still as warm as 48 in the town of Perry, 43 in Middleton, 43 in Edgerton, and 42 in Sun Prairie. But tomorrow morning, down to about 39 here in Madison with mostly clear skies. Plenty of sunshine for tomorrow. Temperatures will be even warmer than today. I'll tell you how long the mild weather will last and when the next chance for rain will be in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. At new at 10, a Fall River teenager accused of stabbing a 17-year-old girl and then using his car to run her over has posted bond. That's according to court records online. Police arrested 17-year-old Dylan Lenz 2 weeks ago. He told police he choked the girl in the back seat of his car before using a box cutter to stab her in the arm while in the parking lot of a Walmart. When asked why he did it, he reportedly told investigators he was having, quote, really bad thoughts. Lenz faces a felony attempted first-degree intentional homicide charge. He'll make a preliminary appearance in court November 17th. And continuing coverage tonight, Darrell Brooks back in a courtroom 5 days after a jury found him guilty on all 76 counts stemming from last November's Waukesha Christmas parade attack. He'll be sentenced to prison in a little over 2 weeks on November 15th and 16th. And as we've seen before during the trial, Brooks was moved to another courtroom this afternoon after arguing with Judge Jennifer Doro, this time claiming he was wearing a shock device around his ankle and that the jury should have known that.
That's why I had the black cloth in front of the table so it couldn't be shown. That's why I had a chair sitting on the side of me that was told needs to cover up the fact that I had a shock device on my ankles.
Prosecutors say dozens of victims and their families wish to speak during sentencing, a process which could take several hours. The Verona man charged with keeping a place of prostitution appeared in court this afternoon. Verona police uncovered the prostitution house allegedly run by 58-year-old Michael Cotter after seeing men leave and enter the house on Lucille Street. According to the criminal complaint, one of those men told police he had just paid a woman for sex and found the house using a website. He said he used Cash App to pay the prostitute, and police were able to find a Cash App WhatsApp account linked to Cotter. An update now on a shooting from Oregon last Sunday. The Division of Criminal Investigation identifying a Dane County detective as the one who shot and killed a man who was wanted for a weapons violation. Detective Clint Seltzner has been placed on administrative leave per department policy. Deputies were searching for 21-year-old Jose Jimenez, who was accused of the violation. He fled on foot, but Seltzner later found him. Officials have not said exactly what led to Seltzner firing his gun. Someone could be about $1 billion richer if they win tonight's Powerball drawing. Of course, everyone has their answer to the question, what would you do with $1 billion? But as lottery officials told our Armand Rahman, they have some pretty high odds to beat first. Armand?
Yeah, Eric, you have to be 1 in 292 million to win the whole jackpot, and no one's done it since August, but that didn't stop people from buying tickets and dreaming big. While kids went door to door for candy on Halloween, adults went gas station to gas station.
To get lottery tickets, what else?
And it's all for one reason, actually $1 billion of them, tonight's Powerball prize.
To spread it around a little bit, I go to 4 different stations and just, you know, I gotta have a better chance, maybe. I don't know.
Though there probably aren't enough gas stations in Madison to increase your chances anyway.
So the odds are somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 in 292 million, 201,338.
The jackpot is this big because no one has won since August, but being the second largest in Powerball history,
The larger the jackpots grow, the more sales are made for sure.
people still took that gamble, hoping to make their dreams a reality.
I would open up a foster center so kids could all stay together if they need to be taken away from their home. That would be my first thing. And then I'd buy a couple cars. And take a couple trips and so forth, so yeah.
If or when someone's ticket is the winner, Wisconsin lottery officials say before anything, sign the back.
Because that's their first and best line of defense against fraud, and it is the only form of proof that they have that they are the owner of that ticket.
And bring it into the office in the Department of Revenue building ASAP.
For large amounts like that, it's best to call ahead. Most people choose the cash option. In fact, we've had very few choose the annuity option. And taxes, they run about 30%.
It seems $1 billion would go a long way to help some hopeful winners help others.
Give it away to animal rescues, give it away to people that need it, just give it away. Money comes with headaches. Maybe pay off the house.
That might help a little bit, right?
Just a little, you know, details.
And tonight's winning numbers were 13, 19, 36, 39, 59, and Powerball 3. The next drawings are Wednesday and Saturday, and you have to buy tickets before 9 p.m. to be included in that day's drawing.
We'll see if it goes even bigger. Armand, thank you. Delta Airlines pilots could be going on strike soon. In an Airline Pilots Association union vote, 99% of Delta pilots authorized to strike to get a new contract. They say they're working with an outdated contract from 2016. Now, if there is a strike, it wouldn't happen until after the Thanksgiving travel surge. New at 10, the Federal Trade Commission says millions of college students' personal information has been exposed because of a tech firm's lax security. The federal agency has ordered the education technology provider Chegg to strengthen safeguards around its customers' data. Chegg's businesses include renting textbooks to students, also some scholarship search services. The FTC alleges the company failed to fix problems to secure the data that it collects even after it was hit with 4 breaches since 2017. Those breaches threaten the sensitive information of approximately 40 million customers, and that includes social security numbers, email addresses, and passwords. Tonight, federal authorities have charged the man accused of attacking Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, with the assault and attempted kidnapping of a United States official. And sources tell CBS News the suspect had a list of targets and may have been planning to attack more people. CBS News' Jonathan Vigliotti tells us more about what was in the affidavit.
Disturbing new details tonight about what allegedly unfolded inside Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home. According to a federal affidavit, 42-year-old David DePape was found with zip ties, a roll of tape, white rope, a pair of rubber and cloth gloves, and 2 hammers, including one used in the assault. In an interview with police, DePape called Speaker Pelosi the leader of the pack of lies told by the Democratic Party, said he planned to hold Nancy hostage and talk to her, and if she lied to him, he would break Nancy's kneecaps. She would then have to be wheeled into Congress, which would show other members of Congress there were consequences to actions. DePape, who has a history of espousing far-right conspiracies online, broke into the Pelosi home early Friday morning and demanded to see Speaker Pelosi, who was in Washington. Paul Pelosi, who was home alone, managed to call 911 from the bathroom. When police arrived, DePape got a hold of the hammer and struck him in the head several times, knocking him unconscious. Tonight, the 82-year-old is recovering in the ICU from a depressed skull fracture. His son visited him this weekend.
Any updates on your father?
So far, so good. So far, so good.
There was stepped-up security outside the homes of congressional leaders this weekend, and the U.S. Capitol Police are considering enhanced measures going forward. Critics say campaign messages like this one targeting Pelosi send a violent message. On Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan pressed Republican Congressman Tom Emmer.
Why is there a gun in a political ad at all?
It wasn't an ad.
Hashtag
I was tweeting out something that I had just done.
Hashtag fire Pelosi with a weapon.
Well, now
wouldn't a pink slip be more fitting if it's about firing her?
Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom singled out a commentator on Fox News.
I don't think anyone's been dehumanized like she has consistently. I mean, I watched this one guy, was it Jesse Waters or something on Fox News, what he's been saying about Paul Pelosi the last 5-6 months, mocking him consistently. Don't tell me that's not aiding and abetting all this. Of course it is. They're sowing the seeds of creating a culture and a climate like this.
And we reached out to Fox News and Waters for comment. We have not heard back. Meanwhile, the suspect is expected to be arraigned as early as Tuesday afternoon. John Vigliotti, CBS News, San Francisco.
Still ahead at 10, kids at American Family Children's Hospital getting a visit from superheroes this Halloween. The story coming up.
With Pick and Save delivery, it's easy to get your special holiday foods brought right to your door. And that's music to your ears. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Tim Michaels and Tony Evers have very different plans for Wisconsin. Tim Michaels wants to ban abortion, including in cases of rape or incest. Tony Evers wants to get costs down. Michaels would jail the doctors who perform abortions. Evers would lower costs. And while Michaels said gay people shouldn't leave their house, Evers is still really set on that cost thing. So here's the choice. Tim Michaels' plan for fewer rights and more division, or Tony Evers' plan to drive costs down, down, down.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland, as in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nice.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
It was Halloween. My daughter stopped at 3 homes, her girlfriend's house, her teacher's house, and the man that murdered her. He molested her and he put her in a garbage bag. He was going to be released in 2018. Josh called. He was not there for me at all. You want some help to find out what's going on, and he doesn't help. He don't care about the victims. I know Eric Toney does. Eric Toney helped keep that man that murdered my daughter from being released. Eric Toney's always been there for me, and that's the kind of attorney general we need.
Keep your holidays in sync with free pickup on all your fresh favorites from Pick and Save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Nicole Scherzinger is impressive. Can you do any impressions of another musician? I can do Britney. It feel like Britney Spears just sat next to me.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Senator Ron Johnson on a statewide bus tour in the closing stretch of the state's U.S. Senate race. making stops today in Portage, Mauston, and Dodgeville. He met with supporters there and believes his Senate experience gives him an edge in the race against Mandela Barnes.
There's a very clear choice between the two candidates. I've got a lifetime of experience raising a family, building a business, creating good paying manufacturing jobs here in Wisconsin. Pretty proud of my record as a U.S. Senator. And my tax cut for more than 20 million tax filers, helped small business compete against the big guys and survive the pandemic.
Senator Johnson's bus tour goes through next Monday, the day before the midterm election, and he's not the only person running for office touring the state. So are the candidates for state attorney general. Democratic incumbent Josh Kaul campaigned in Wausau alongside the mayor there and also the Portage County District Attorney. He touted some of the key accomplishments during his time as attorney general and is asking the legislature to send more money to local governments.
It's so vital that we do that because it's our local governments that fund local law enforcement. It's our local governments that fund other critical local services. This is the way that we can get the resources we need to get to our communities to keep our communities safe and to make them safer where we need to do that.
Running against Kaul is Fond du Lac District Attorney Eric Toney. He held his own news conference in Madison this afternoon, criticizing Kaul for the vacancies in the Department of Justice.
Well, if you talk to any police chief or sheriff, just about every single police agency in Wisconsin does it differently. When they get a vacancy, they start to immediately fill those positions. That's what I will do as Attorney General.
Tony said a consequence of unfilled positions is that Kaul is not prioritizing public safety. Wisconsin voters will decide on dozens of school referendums next week. 9 districts in Dane County alone are asking for more money, with Waunakee seeking a $175 million levy. The district there says enrollment is growing, and soon they won't have the space for all of those new students. That's why they hope Waunakee voters will say yes to the referendum. If it passes, a new Heritage Elementary School would be built on Woodland Drive in a more rural area. Once that's complete, the old school built back in 1936 would be torn down, and then in its place, the district would build a new middle school.
Did consider breaking it into 2 smaller referendums that would be more every couple years coming back, and our board decided that this was our long-range plan. It really didn't change what the plan looked like as far as our 5-year vision.
Well, leaders say they recognize it is a lot of money to ask for, but want to emphasize it'll take at least 5 years to complete. The district expects an enrollment increase of more than 1,000 students in Waunakee by 2035. They say the area's middle school is currently at capacity and actually uses portable classrooms to fit all of its students. A special Halloween visit by the Madison Police Department to the American Family Children's Hospital helped celebrate the day. Officers dressed up in superhero costumes and formed a parade for the kids as they passed out stuffed animals along with other treats.
It's Halloween. Like, who shouldn't be able to smile and laugh and dress up on Halloween? So it's just a few minutes out of our day, and I know that it probably is going to impact some of these kids for the rest of the day and probably days, maybe months to come.
One of the officers had a room full of costumes in her house, prompting the decision to dress up. Participating officers said it was a great way to provide every child in the community with an opportunity to celebrate this beloved holiday. Busy sidewalks out there tonight, and the weather had a lot to do with it. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti, our first warn forecast. Nice night.
Yeah, this is a great Halloween, and now November's going to start out on the mild side as well. Let's start out by taking a look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast, and we should see plenty of sunshine again for tomorrow, with even warmer temperatures. Look for high temperatures at or above 70 for tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. The next chance of rain holding off until Thursday night, but then we'll see some showers, perhaps even a few thunderstorms on Friday, and then some more showers Saturday, ending on Sunday as a cold front moves through, and then temperatures drop back to normal for the first part of next week. But before then, average high temperature is 52. We're going to be almost 20 degrees above that for the next 3 days. And then as we head into the weekend, the temperatures drop off, but still well above the average high temperature, which by that time is about 50 degrees. So we're looking at temperatures lower to middle 60s for Friday and Saturday, upper 50s for Sunday. Then as another cold front comes through, we drop back to 51 on Monday, and temperatures will be in the 40s as we head into Election Day Tuesday in the middle part of next week. The new Climate Prediction Center, or first, the Climate Prediction Center outlook for the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook does call for below normal temperatures here. So that's a shift in the pattern. The warmer air moves to the east, the colder air starts coming in from the west, and as far as precipitation is concerned, the better chances for above normal precipitation will stay to our west. We're kind of right on the eastern fringes of that. To our south and east, precipitation expected to be drier than normal. But the new outlooks for the month of November that were just issued today now call for above normal temperatures for much of the eastern 2/3 of the country, with the highest probabilities from Madison eastward. So this cold spell toward the end of our 10-day period may be a short one, and precipitation expected to be a below normal to our east, above normal to our west, and we're kind of in between with rather weak weather systems expected, at least over the next couple of weeks. Very similar to what we're seeing right now. These weather systems with a west to east flow in the jet stream bring in mild Pacific air. There's not a lot of moisture associated with it. So even when you have a cold front, it doesn't generate a lot of precipitation. Most of that is north of the U.S.-Canadian border and in the form of rain right now. Temperatures across the state, these lower areas in central and northern Wisconsin in the upper 30s. Most areas are around 40 here in southern Wisconsin, mainly low to mid 40s, and we'll see those temperatures warm pretty quickly tomorrow. So we'll look for a low temperature tonight near 40, highs tomorrow about 30 degrees warmer, around 70 degrees, unseasonably mild for this time of year. Planning your day for tomorrow, 68 for the high in Fitchburg, 68 in Mount Horeb, 70 in Mazomania with mostly sunny skies across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 71 for the high in La Crosse, 71 in Prairie du Chien, and 70 for the high in Janesville. 7 to 10 day forecast, 71 Wednesday, 70 Thursday. More clouds on Thursday, but still dry. Then as the cold front comes through Friday, we drop back to 63. Showers, perhaps a few thunderstorms. Saturday, some more showers, highs in the mid-60s. We drop to the upper 50s on Sunday as the showers come to an end. Then dry weather for next week, including Election Day Tuesday. High temperatures mainly in the 40s beginning on Tuesday and going through the end of next week.
And coming up in sports, we're talking Bucks and their perfect start to the season. We got highlights of tonight's game with the Pistons up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
If you've been the victim of an accident with a truck, listen carefully. Your whole future, your family's future, is on the line.
I knew I only had one opportunity to get this right.
Call a truck accident lawyer with the experience and resources you need.
The initial offer from the insurance company was $100. Hupy and Abraham were able to get me much more than I expected. It was a huge settlement.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
A 12-year-old girl can't legally drive a car. At 12, she can't even vote. But if this little girl were tragically raped or a victim of incest and became pregnant, Radical Tim Michaels would force her to deliver the baby. He said it's, quote, not unreasonable for the state government to mandate rape victims to give birth. Would it be unreasonable if he were forcing this on you? Let him know on Election Day.
An experience as stirring and inspiring as it is joyful, funny, and exuberant. Come From Away, the Broadway musical.
Don't miss the 33rd Annual Winter Art Fair Off the Square, November 12th and 13th at the Monona Terrace Convention Center. Featuring over 100 Wisconsin exhibitors with a wonderful selection of ceramics, paintings, glass art, wood, jewelry, and much more. Place your bids at our silent auction Saturday only. Children will enjoy the Young Collectors Corner. Buy local for the holidays. The Winter Art Fair Off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
Democrats defunded and dispirited our police, creating the worst crime wave in decades. Biden spent us into 40-year high inflation, drove gas prices to record levels, and opened our borders, causing a flood of illegal immigrants and deadly drugs. Mandela Barnes supports all the policies causing you and your family so much pain. He will rubber stamp their liberal agenda. Mandela Barnes sides with radical leftists, not with you.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Looking real good for the Bucks. I mean, they're the only undefeated team left. One of their big three, yes, I'm talking about Giannis, is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Plus, they get to play at home a couple more times this week, tonight taking on the Pistons. Now, Brook Lopez gets after it early. He gives the Bucks a 10-point lead off that triple. But Detroit is hanging in there, though. They're going to end up cutting it to a 1-point game in the third quarter. But the Greek Freak, he's going to take over after that. A pair of free throws plus a layup from him that adds some cushion to the scoreboard. This one's going to come down to the wire. Drew Holiday ends up calling game with a 3, and the Bucks win it 110-108, improving to 6-0. After an impressive week, Wisconsin volleyball is getting rewarded twofold. Now, Sarah Franklin is the Big Ten co-player of the week after posting a match-high 21 kills in the sweep of #1 Nebraska. She followed up that performance with a match-high 18 kills against 9th-ranked Minnesota. And with the Badgers beating 2 top 10 opponents, they move up in the rankings. Wisconsin is now 3rd in the AVCA Top 25 poll. The Badgers hit the road Thursday for a match with Illinois. First serve is set for 7. Wisconsin football is back after a much-needed week off. The bye week allowed Keanu Benton to go walleye fishing. Jake Chaney got to pick apples at an apple orchard for the first time in his life. And most importantly, the Badgers got healthy. For the first time since week 1, Hunter Roller is expected to play, and his presence at practice, along with a handful of others back from injuries, has energized UW.
Just the fact that we think that a number of guys can be available that have not been in really a big capacity in a while. That's exciting here for this last stretch of the season.
I mean, it was huge. You know, I kind of got to steal 2 weeks. You know, kind of that Purdue week and the bye week. It was huge for my body, not just my knee. So everything in general. You know, just letting my body kind of relax, recuperate.
And don't forget to tune into Badger Blueprint this week. Zach and Jim Polzin will talk about the team's focus coming off the bye week as they get ready to host Maryland on Saturday. The Blueprint airs Wednesday night during News 3 Now at 10. Last night ended up being the perfect storm for the Packers. Last-minute reshuffle of the lineup for the second week in a row. They get Christian Watson back from a hamstring injury. Then on the opening drive, he goes down and out with a concussion. Not to mention Quay Walker getting ejected, a plethora of penalties, all while facing one of the best teams in the league. And in Aaron Rodgers' eyes, it's been the same story each and every week.
That's kind of what's been going on with us, you know. Throw a touchdown to Bobby, get a penalty, come back, have a big kickoff return, have a penalty. I think we're getting all our guys back for a week, and then somebody's out. So nobody feels sorry for us. We got to find a way to get one win. I feel like if we can just get one, and the whole momentum changes.
Packers are back on the road this week facing the Lions. We'll be right back.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Doritos, only $1.88. Basket and bushel raspberries, only 99 cents. And Sara Lee whole grain white bread, only 99 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
For Clinton Anderson, our community is his top priority. He's delivered for middle-class families on the Beloit City Council, and he'll keep fighting to lower costs for us in the Assembly. Jeff Klett's priorities are all wrong. He supports dismantling our public schools, wants to slash community services to give tax breaks to his billionaire backers, and he'll vote with extreme Republicans to enforce Wisconsin's abortion ban, which could send doctors to prison. We can't afford Jeff Klett.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You.
And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One. Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Lock in 3.9% financing for 60 months on a new built Ford Tough F-150 plus $500.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Fresh chicken breasts, only $1.99 a pound. Red Baron pizza, only $1.99. And It's Your Churn or Till the Cows Come Home ice cream, only $2.48. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now, election night coverage, Tuesday, November 8th.
We have been spoiled to the start of the fall season.
Did you have a lot of trick-or-treaters tonight?
A ton. We had to make a second candy run tonight.
Yeah, well, I hit out here.
Gary's one of those people that's beyond that anymore. I don't want to turn the lights off. I'm leaving.
I'll have some candy back in the
Put Joe out on the front step. He'll scare away the trick-or-treaters.
No, he'd sleep through everything anyway. Well, it was a beautiful night out there. It's still nice out there. The temperatures are cooling off, though. Skies are mainly clear. Right now, 43 in Madison. Already in the 30s north and west of the Dells. Camp Douglas down to 36. Black River Falls at 30. That's one of the lower spots over by the cranberry bogs there, but across Dane County. Seeing temperatures ranging from 40 in Middleton and Waunakee to 43 in Deerfield and 45 in Edgerton and Stoughton. Look for skies to be mostly clear overnight, low dropping to 39. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, even milder, high at 70. If you like tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday should be just in line for you too before we have some rain Friday and then cooler for next week.
Well, Gary, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great night.